Hey you guys, welcome back to lashow. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. Please find me on all of my social media platforms listed and follow me. Also, you can tune in to lashow the podcast, where I do a lot of different stories with absolutely no censorship. So please check that out as well. Thank goodness for a girl on Twitter by the handle Camden who put this all out there for everybody to see. Now, apparently, Jeffery, Hume, and Stephanie Freeman go to a high school in Georgia where I guess in quarantine they thought it would be funny to make a TikTok video describing themselves making the N-word. Of course, we know this is discrimination and racism at its finest. But I also think this is a warning to parents because people let their children get online and do whatever, but they need to be aware of what their children will be exposed to. So at the end of the day, they ended up being expelled from this high school where they attended, but everybody's talking about how they're under quarantine, so it doesn't really matter. If you want to hear the full video, audio, everything included, please find me on my Instagram page at lashow_. You'll be able to hear the whole audio and everything. I just don't want them to remove my channel because of the mistakes of other people. The fact that these two decided to make this video shows me that there is still racism that does blatantly exist in this world, and that people are still teaching their children about racism and discrimination as well. And of course, these aren't the only people who have participated in racism on TikTok. There are a lot of different people sounding alarms, saying that TikTok isn't taking the proper steps in order to get rid of these people off of their platform. So Stephanie Freeman took it upon herself to apologize and make a new Instagram account. And she also wants to be forgiven so that she can go to college. So we got this young buck right here who decided to hop on TikTok and make a video of himself acting like he was picking cotton. Now, this boy is extremely young. However, it's sad because we have these type of children in schools with our children. So imagine what they could possibly be going through. We got people on TikTok calling racism out, and apparently these videos aren't being taken down in a timely manner. But shout out to this dude on TikTok because he's calling out the racism that exists. As you can see in the white boys TikTok, he was basically making fun of black people, saying that they can't kill people because of the CV. What the hell? Not all black people kill people. What about your race?
I represent a lot of people in Britain, in England, and we don't want any more migrants coming to our country. Okay? So don't come to England. We're full up, we're a small country. We want to look after our own people. But with all these migrants coming to our country, you're making it difficult. So don't come to England, okay?
Whoever this man is, I'm not aware of him, but he was very bold and blatant to walk up on these young men and say what he said to them, and they probably didn't even understand him. Apparently, he's been banned from several other different platforms, so now he's able to pick up on this new platform and spread hate. You can't grow hair, speak proper English, or go 5 minutes without saying period or being loud in public for no reason. So all of that was a response to the young queen's video, basically saying that black girls are beautiful and she feels like she's a better race. Well, why do you feel the need to say all of that just because she was feeling herself? Come on now. But this is the age of social media and everybody does have an opinion. But when you take it there and you try to be funny and still come out sounding racist, it's a whole nother thing.
I love it when you call me senorita. I wish I could pretend that I did not need ya. But every touch is ooh la la la. Oh, it's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Ooh,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Walakannahul azim.
This is for the black thing that started on me earlier, so if you're not her, keep scrolling. Now I feel like this needs to be said, because you've said what you want to say to me, so I'm going to say it to you now, it's your turn. You've got some cheek talking about me when you're wearing clothes like this. You look like you're wearing your father's jeans. That's if you have a father, because he's probably still at the shop getting milk. The state of your hair, serious. Sort it out. You look like you've been dragged through a bush backwards, love. And you've got the audacity to say stuff about me and a TikTok that I posted. Saying, oh, you don't know what colour you are. I know what colour I am, and I prefer to be this colour than yours. And at least with my fake tan, that colour washes off, but your colour ain't coming off. So get back to the cotton fields and go make me another t-shirt.
Now, I don't want anybody to be triggered by what they're seeing or hearing. I just want you guys to be aware so that, you keep an eye on your children and what they're experiencing on social media. Depression is real, mental health is real. You don't want your children getting put down on the internet. You want to be able to prevent those type of things. Now, that situation in the last video was because the black girl called out the white girl for blackfishing because she had an extreme tan and she had some things going on with her and her skin not looking like the normal. So, yeah. Did you hear her say black thing? What?
Oh, I came across this video on my For You page. Some girl said all the white girls get views, but us black girls don't. Is it because you don't like my box braids? Do you not like the color of my skin? Are my lips too big for you? But yet, white people be the first ones to go get lip injections and get a tan. Bitch, you don't own lip injections, and you most definitely don't own Tropatan. So what? White girls can't go and get lip injections, or that's considered trying to look black? And now white girls can't be tan or it's trying to be black? Y'all do realize white girls don't got lips, and some white girls do got lips. So what the fuck? Not just that, is when it comes to the tan, you see how the sun is shining on me? If I were to go outside and it was actually hot, like 70 degrees, and I sat out there for an hour, I would come back 2, 3, 4 shades darker. Naturally, bitch. You the problem your race is struggling, because you want to claim everything. You must not want equality if you out here picking and choosing.
You talk too much. Oh, girl, you never shut up.
Who that was?
Satan. Talking about some let me back in heaven. Let me back in heaven. I said, I'm not fooling with you. I'm not. Like, who you think I am?
God, that's... You won't. You won't. You, God. Do it again. Do it again. I did. God. You is crazy. Oh my gosh.
I have an article here from QZ.com. Teens on TikTok have no clue they're perpetuating racist stereotypes. This was posted on November 1st of 2019. When TikTok launched in 2016, the Chinese app had to carve out a space alongside already popular video sharing platforms like Instagram, Musical.ly, and Dubsmash. Just 2 years later, TikTok became the world's most downloaded app, surpassing Instagram in 2018. TikTok is known for its trending internet challenges like the Haribo Challenge, Fake Travel Challenge, and Raindrop Challenge, with the stunts oftentimes screen recorded and then posted to other social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook. The Chinese-built app has also created a new wave of internet personas like e-girls and e-boys. But if TikTok is a new place where internet memes with teenage appeal get turned into videos featuring real-life teens, it's also a place where the phenomenon of white teens perpetuating racist stereotypes is on the rise. Blackface without the face paint. Videos from TikTok are surfacing all over the internet, oftentimes featuring white teens imitating stereotypical lifestyles or characteristics of black people or other people of color, as they nonchalantly change their accents, use appropriated slang terms, and demonstrate certain mannerisms for comedy. It's obvious there is a gap in their understanding of and respect for different cultures. Videos of mostly young white teens portraying fictitious minority characters for the mere purpose of entertainment aren't only cringeworthy, offensive, and weird, they perpetuate racist cliches. A plethora of young white women like Woke Vicky, who masquerade as black women on Instagram, have made names for themselves on social media for their heightened culture appropriation. It's not altogether different from what happened to Rachel Dolezal, the white woman who passed as a black woman for years and held leadership positions in black community organizations. While the videos populating TikTok tend not to show teens wearing blackface or blatantly referring to themselves as black people, their stars are taking everything but the burden of what it is to be black in America, while simultaneously using black culture as a way to grow their own social following. A deep-rooted history. The obsession with black culture by white people has been an uncomfortably bizarre phenomenon for decades, but portrayals of black people by white people for entertainment purposes goes back even further. Blackface has many forms, but we typically only associate it with non-black people using makeup to portray a black person. In order to understand how the perhaps non-malicious but also unconsciously racist trend of imitating or pretending to be black on social media without painting your face is also a form of blackface, one must understand the history of blackface and its relationship to white identity. Emerging in the U.S. in the 1820s, blackface often appeared in minstrel shows that depicted people of African descent in comical forms. After the Civil War, when racial tensions were especially heightened, blackface became crueler than ever and was often performed at coon shows. During these minstrel shows, black people were portrayed as lazy, stupid, ignorant, criminal, and hypersexual. The impact of those shows has lasted for decades, creating harmful stereotypes widely seen in advertising, propaganda, literature, and film. Jim Crow, which inspired the name given to the Jim Crow laws of the American South, was actually one of the first fictional blackface characters recorded in popular culture, often paired with exaggerated African American jargon, painted on larger lips, and unintelligent behavior. The cultural dynamics got even more complicated in the early 20th century, when people from other ethnic groups began using blackface either to exert their social rank over that of black people or in a bid for acceptance by other white people. It was used by Irish, Italian, and Jewish performers, for example, in order to signal that they too were deserving of the privileges of being white in America and to dissolve their own ethnic tensions. In his book, Love and Theft, Blackface, Minstrelsy, and the American Working Class, cultural historian Eric Lott describes the transformation of blackface as an act of visage and acute sense of insecurity by indulging feelings of racial superiority. European immigrants needed to prove their whiteness, and what better way to do so than showcasing that they were not as low as African Americans. It was also around this time that white women could be found using blackface as a way to get into show business, oftentimes singing in black dialect and acting like black women in their roles. In some instances, there was an underlying sense of appreciation for black culture by those who put on blackface. Actors and jazz musicians recognized the talent of black artists and aspired to match their aptitude, but they simultaneously mocked them, creating a strange combination of obsession and bigotry. More recently, when public figures like Virginia Governor Ralph Northam and his state attorney general Mark Herring were exposed for having worn blackface as undergraduates, the internet shamed them and called for cancellation of their political careers. Meanwhile, when teens on TikTok act as if they are black with their made-up mannerisms, dialect, and jargon, we call it a trend. But what is the difference between their portrayal and that of the actors in the minstrel shows? Where is the outrage that followed the revelations about the college antics of our elected officials? All of these groups would mock a community they are not a part of for their own personal gain or as a form of entertainment. Social media meets segregation. Is TikTok specifically responsible for the rise in digital blackface? Not exactly. The more likely culprit is mass media consumption combined with stubbornly segregated schools and neighborhoods. According to a report from UCLA's Civil Rights Project in 2016, 40% of African American students in the U.S. were in schools with 90% or more students of color. This isn't just the legacy of racism in the U.S. South. The UCLA group finds that New York is consistently one of the most segregated states in the nation. Access to other cultural groups can be found online, of course. However, the access is limited and usually not a direct educational exchange, often inhibiting rather than cultivating a deeper understanding of other groups. Many teens learn about other cultures from the media they're constantly consuming, rather than having real-life relationships and friendships with people who belong to other cultures they're tapping into. As a result of their real-life segregation paired with their access to social media, not only are young people unconsciously perpetuating racist stereotypes, they're appearing foolish to millions of people online in the process. More work to do. It's not enough for us to assume Generation Z is the most woke generation or that their access to different people online will dissolve racism. Many of these teens would never dare paint their face black and probably would not hesitate to go online and call someone out who did. They clearly don't see the similarity in their comical recorded actions. They may not have ill intentions, but it is apparent that their understanding of racial stereotypes has not evolved. Moreover, if these young TikTok users believe the stereotypes they see in movies, TV shows, or even on their social media apps are an accurate representation of black people as a whole, then that's a huge signifier that upcoming generations are not as integrated as we think. Optimistically, the predominance of TikTok users obsessed with acting black perhaps suggests that black culture is cool, exciting, and something a lot of people wish to be a part of but don't know how to emulate appropriately. But these teens are making the mocking of cultures a part of their own culture. And even if the intention is not to be racist or harmful, the legacy of blackface ensures that it is. I was going to read this article. I want you guys to look it up. But I know y'all ain't going to listen to all that. You know, we got Generation Z in the building. Y'all ain't going to listen to all that. So I want y'all to look it up, read it for yourselves. And in this article, you'll find different black women, content creators, who are basically getting ripped off on TikTok.
I'm finna show y'all what the fuck is wrong with TikTok and why the fuck black creators get so fed up. Like, this shit is so annoying, so fucking annoying. Just wait. So this is the girl who created this savage dance, right? You see how many likes she got. You see that? Okay, take note. Okay, let's click on the sound. Now, of course, she's on top. I mean, she's doing what she do. And she got that many likes. I mean, of course.
And then you scroll down, you see, what do you notice? What do you notice? What do you notice? Let's just scroll individually. What do you notice? What do you notice? Look at this shit. Now, all of those videos were above this girl's videos. More views, more likes, comments, all of that. Not one ad to this girl, no dance credits, nothing. Y'all just took her shit, ran with it, got likes, got y'all views, got y'all money, whatever the fuck. And that's it. Like, damn. Can y'all come up with something else? Always stealing. Damn.
Got to understand that we are a very, very popular race. We got to wake up and understand our value to society. I tried my best to keep it professional as I possibly could and also remain educational at the same time, because we do have children that are online and we don't want this stuff happening to our Black kings and queens. Please like this video, comment down below your thoughts, let me know what you think. Also, follow me on all of these listed social media platforms for more. I'll be back.